This is the continuation of 3.5 notes. I'm going to flip over to the back here and do a couple more examples. On number 11, notice if we're in ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, what is missing? There's no c value here. And so we can just factor as is. We can factor the GCF of b squared and 7b, so that's a b. And then b minus 7. And then set both of these equal to 0, so b equals 0 and b minus 7 equals 0. Now this one's already solved, so I don't have to do anything there. Don't forget to include this as one of your solutions. B equals 0 is one of your solutions. And then add 7 to both sides, b equals 7 is your other solution. Let's see here. We get into problems like number 15, where we have to add the 20x to both sides and the 24 to both sides to get the right side equal to 0. So we wind up with 4x squared plus 20x plus 24 equals 0. Now on this one we have a GCF, 4, 20, and 24. Hopefully you see, oh, those all have a 4 in common, so we can factor that out, which makes everything easier. And then continue factoring with this trinomial inside, leaving the 4 on the outside. Two numbers that multiply to get 6, add to get 5, 2 and 3. So this would be x plus 2, x plus 3 equals 0. And at some point you can realize, okay, what number plus 2 is 0, and that's negative 2. What number plus 3 is equal to 0, and that's negative 3. So our two solutions now would be negative 2 and negative 3. Consider the 4. The 4, if you were using the zero product property, we could divide both sides by 4, and the 4 would essentially disappear since 0 divided by 4 is 0. Now if we, let's see if we have any, number 21 here is where we get into, if we add 3r to both sides, 7r squared plus 20r minus 32 equals 0. Notice this is one of those split the middle cases. Since a is equal to 7, b equals 20, c equals negative 32, and I think you'll have a couple of these to practice. We need to multiply a times c, so 7 times negative 32, and so that's going to be a negative 224, and then the negative 30, the 20 goes here. So this is a times c, this is b. So negative 224. What multiplies to get negative 224 and adds to get 20? Let's see, so where should we start? If we start with a 2, 2 goes in once, and twice. And we'll make the 2 negative since they add to get a positive, so that's going to be 110. We're pretty far off there, so I might jump up and see, is 224 divisible by 8? And it is. 224 divided by 8, so negative 8 times 28, so that's adds up to 20, so there it is. So now I can split the middle here. Remember, split the middle, take that middle term and make it into 2 terms so we can factor by grouping. And equals 0. 2 groups. These only have r in common, leaving us with 7r minus 8. These have 4 in common, leaving us with 7r minus 8. And final 7r minus 8, r plus 4 equals 0. Now at this point, you might want to write that out. 7r minus 8 equals 0. Add 8 to both sides, so 7r equals 8. Divide by 7, so r equals 8/7. And then this other r plus 4 equals 0. When we set that equal to 0, we know that's just negative 4. So our two solutions here would be 8/7 and negative 4. So the rest is yours to work on. And this is, again, lesson 3.5, solving quadratics by factoring.